Good morning, gang. Friday morning. All right, been pouring rain here for the last 24 hours. Not complaining, but moving it along. Believe half of what you see and nothing that you hear, right? Edgar Allan Poe's great quote. Yeah, okay. There's a lot of rumor speculation going around in the social media space, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, about CBDC all of a sudden again. This one falls into the category of believe nothing that you hear. And unlike all the people guessing about it, I'll use facts, okay? Apparently, there is a whole bunch of people talking that CBDC is imminent, that the Congress has voted to start doing CBDC and all this sort of stuff. No. There is zero truth to that. Now, I'm not going to say people are out there lying to you, though some may be. I'm going to say that a lot of people have misinterpreted all the double negatives that have been spit out by congressmen, by Jerome Powell, by all sorts of talking heads all over the place. No, there was not a vote in Congress to authorize CBDC. Matter of fact, the vote was exactly the opposite, that the House voted to block the Federal Reserve from creating a digital currency, okay? So, yeah, that's not in the near future for us. All the Republicans voted to block it. Even a few Democrats jumped on board to block CBDC. There are people that have a brain in Congress. Not many, and the few that do have it rarely use it, but they all realize that no, this is not going to be a good thing for the American people. I mean, I'll give you this. This is a quote from Jerome Powell, okay, the chairman of the Federal Reserve. Quote, "If we were ever to do something like this, and we're a very long way from even thinking about it, we would do this through the banking system. The last thing the Federal Reserve would want is to have individual accounts for all Americans." No shit, Sherlock, okay? The IRS is completely screwed up, all right? There's the one place that you have government control of people's money, if you will. Try calling the IRS with a question. "Hi, you're on hold. The queue is 4 days. We might get back to you." Imagine going to your bank right now and saying, "Yeah, I've got a question about my account. Okay, stand in line. We'll get to you on Tuesday." Right? That's what is going on here. So yesterday in Congress, you had Tom Emmer, who's the majority whip, Republican from Minnesota, introduce a bill to block the Federal Reserve. And it overwhelmingly passed the House. Now, what the Senate does is totally different. However, this is dead in the water because bills don't go to the president's desk to be signed to become law unless both houses agree on something. Well, the House of Representatives has already said no, so it doesn't matter what the Senate says. It ain't going anywhere. Yeah, I get it that there's people out there who lie, including Congress people, okay, including politicians, including news anchors, including talk show hosts, including YouTubers, whatever. Some of them are out there trying to get word out. Some of them are out there purely to get clicks, okay? And fear-mongering, somebody asked me on Saturday night, why did I start the channel, okay? And why I did. I was sick and tired of all the fear-mongering, and I was sick and tired of all the buy this or you're going to die crap. This one falls right into fear-mongering for people that says we're going to CBDC. If you don't understand why so many people are talking about CBDC, yeah, there are 17 countries in the world that are either already rolled out some sort of CBDC or are in the process of creating it. Look at the success rate of those countries with it. It's an utter failure. Nobody wants it. The people are rejecting it. There's the first problem. The second problem is, do you want the government, do you want your bank, do you want anybody to control how you spend your money? And we've talked about this many times on this channel, and so have many other people. I'm sorry, Mr. Pinball, you've already used your allotment for apples this week. We're denying that transaction because you've already bought 3 apples. You can't have more. Oh, I'm sorry, you've left the 15-minute radius of your house. We're not allowing you to buy gasoline anymore. Okay, these are the things that you look at. I mean, those are just a couple of basic examples. There's a whole lot more. We don't think you should buy that house, so no, we're not going to let you take those funds out. We want you to stay where you were. You can't buy something like that at a garage sale. Oh, that garage sale money you got, it's now taxable, right? This is it. People will say all the time that we're already in a digital currency era. Yeah, somewhat. You swipe your debit card, your paycheck is direct deposited, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, we still have a digital dollar for some point. I mean, you never see the cash. Your paycheck gets deposited. Your Social Security check gets deposited in your account. You sit there on the internet and pay your electric bill, pay your mortgage, pay your car payment, whatever you got in the way of bills. You buy your groceries. Dollar bills never go through your hands. But they could. There's the thing. You know, again, read on what it says on a bill. This note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. So when you get to companies that say we don't accept cash, that's actually criminal, okay? They can't do that. I understand when you get into situations where there are certain situations where you can't, okay? But I mean, those are few and far between. But to have a blanket policy that they can't accept cash, no. You get people talk about Bitcoin or Ethereum. I mean, Ethereum's in the news because of the CTF and everything like that. That they could be worldwide currencies. I suppose in theory they could. The problem is governments of the world are never going to give up control of the currency. They're not going to go, oh, you know what, Bitcoin, I mean, and granted, you know, El Salvador or whatever, making Bitcoin their currency. Yeah, let's see how long that lasts for the governments, because you can't really go out and borrow Bitcoin. You know, not that I'm complaining that governments spend within their means, but realistically, it's never going to happen. Will it be an alternate currency? Yeah, until the novelty wears off, you know, and that's fine. Bitcoin to me is still imaginary money, right? And there'll be plenty of people that disagree with me. There'll be all the scammers that'll come through, and I'll catch them in the comments under the video trying to tell us how, you know, Bitcoin's the future, and there'll be 17 replies in 2 minutes about how it is. It's not. Okay. Is the dollar going to die? Yeah. Will there be something to replace it? Yeah. Could it be some sort of digital currency? Maybe. Could it be gold and silver? Probably. Or it's going to be some other physical asset, something that you can hold. The whole thing is, when you hear a video, when you read a news story, do a little bit of research. Fact check it. I mean, there's complete industries now for fact checking. I mean, Christ, every time Biden opens his mouth, they got to fact check him. What was it? 9 times in a speech the other day, they had to correct what he said. Okay. You know, the White House had to correct what he said because Joe doesn't state facts, basically, ever. Okay. Nor do most politicians. But drill down on some of these. Do not accept anything that anybody says, including me, okay, for face value. Go look it up. As usual, I will put my source below the video here so you can check what I'm saying. But no, Congress has not authorized the creation of CBDC. They have done the exact opposite. No need to panic. Yet. Pinball out.